Hey guys, Tech Jazz here. When it comes to printers, most of us think of them as necessary but boring. You buy one, you set it up, and you hope it works every time you press print. But every once in a while, a product comes along that actually changes how you think about printing, and the Epson EcoTank Photo ET-8550 is one of those devices. This isn't your standard desktop printer. It's an all-in-one wide-format inkjet supertank printer designed for people who need to do more than just print a homework assignment or a random boarding pass. This machine is built for serious photo enthusiasts, creative professionals, small businesses, and even families who want a premium printing experience without being tied down by the traditional limitations of cartridge printers. And today, we're diving into exactly what makes the ET-8550 such an interesting piece of tech. First off, let's talk design. The EcoTank ET-8550 is not a compact printer. It's large, wide, and built to handle wide-format printing, so it's going to take up some desk real estate. Measuring almost 30 inches deep, 20 inches wide, and nearly 17 inches tall, this is a serious printer for serious jobs. But the design is surprisingly clean, with smooth lines and a modern aesthetic that makes it feel less like an outdated office box and more like a modern piece of hardware that you'd actually want to keep in your creative space. The 4.3-inch color touchscreen on the front is bright, responsive, and easy to use, something you'll appreciate when navigating menus, settings, and print options. And unlike a lot of budget printers, you don't feel like you're fighting with the interface just to get a basic job done. Now the real star of the show here is the EcoTank system. Instead of cartridges, which are notorious for being expensive, wasteful, and frustrating, this printer uses ink bottles that you pour directly into large refillable tanks on the front. Each bottle is designed to only fit into its specific color tank, so you don't have to worry about spilling the wrong color into the wrong place. Epson advertises that the included ink can last up to 2 years for the average user, which is pretty insane when you think about how often traditional printers run out of ink at the worst possible time. Not only does this cut down on long-term costs, but it also makes this printer more sustainable and less wasteful overall. Performance-wise, the ET-8550 is impressive for what it offers. This printer supports media sizes all the way up to 13 by 19 inches, which means you can print large, borderless photos, posters, brochures, or any creative project you're working on. The print quality is excellent, with a maximum resolution of 5760 by 1440p for color. Photos come out sharp, vibrant, and detailed, especially when printed on glossy photo paper. For black and white jobs, the resolution is also solid at 600 by 1200p. The color accuracy here is one of the biggest selling points. Whether you're a photographer wanting to bring digital images to life or a designer printing mock-ups, the output feels professional and high quality, not something you'd expect from a consumer-grade printer. In terms of speed, it's not the fastest printer in the world, but it's not slow either. You get around 16 pages per minute for black and white and 12 pages per minute for color. That's more than enough for most creative workflows, home office tasks, or even small business operations. The 100-sheet input tray is decent, though if you're doing high-volume printing, you'll probably find yourself refilling more often. Still, for its target audience, the balance of speed and quality makes sense. Connectivity is another area where this printer shines. It supports wireless printing over Wi-Fi, so you can print directly from your phone, laptop, or tablet. You've got USB and Ethernet options too if you prefer a wired setup. On top of that, Epson includes compatibility with Apple AirPrint, Mopria Print Service, and even their own Epson Connect solutions like Email Print and Scan to Cloud. There's also support for Epson's Smart Panel app, Creative Print app, and print layout software, which means you can do everything from quick mobile printing to advanced layout work right from your devices. Voice assistants are also supported, so if you're in the middle of something and just want to tell Alexa or Siri to print a file, you can. It feels like Epson really leaned into modern workflows here, acknowledging that a lot of us aren't printing from just one desktop computer anymore. Scanning and copying are built into this machine too, making it a true all-in-one. The scanner is designed for photo scanning, so you can digitize old prints at high quality and preserve them without losing detail. The auto duplex feature is a nice addition as well, letting you print double-sided pages without having to manually flip the paper. And borderless printing means you're not stuck with ugly white margins on your photos or flyers. Everything feels clean and edge to edge. But as with any product, there are a few trade-offs to be aware of. At around 24.5 pounds, the ET-8550 is heavy and not exactly portable. This is a machine that's meant to stay in one place. It's also not the cheapest printer out there. Supertank models like this are more expensive upfront than traditional cartridge printers, but the cost savings over time make up for it. If you're printing just a couple of pages a month, this might be overkill. But if you're doing regular photo printing, creative projects, or heavy family use, then it pays off in the long run. Another consideration is that while the print speeds are decent, this isn't built for high-volume office environments where you're cranking out hundreds of pages an hour. Think of this as a premium photo and creative printer first, and a general-purpose printer second. If your main goal is ultra-fast text printing, a monochrome laser printer will still be the better option, but if you want stunning photo quality, wide format support, and the cost efficiency of a supertank, this is exactly the kind of machine that makes sense. And finally, let's talk about who this printer is really for. If you're a photographer or content creator, the ET-8550 gives you the ability to print gallery-quality photos right from home. If you're a small business owner, this machine makes it easy to produce your own marketing materials without outsourcing to a print shop. For families, it's a great way to print everything from school worksheets to large posters or creative crafts. And if you're the type of person who's tired of running to the store for overpriced ink cartridges, the EcoTank system alone might be worth it. At the end of the day, the Epson EcoTank Photo ET-8550 feels like the future of consumer and prosumer printing. It combines wide format flexibility, high-quality photo output, wireless convenience, and cost-efficient ink management into a single package. It's not trying to be the cheapest or the fastest printer on the market, it's trying to be the best choice for people who actually care about what they print and how it looks. And in that regard, it absolutely delivers. So if you're in the market for a premium all-in-one that can handle everything from everyday documents to professional-grade photography, the EcoTank Photo ET-8550 is definitely worth a look. It's big, it's powerful, and it's designed for people who see printing as part of their creative process rather than just a chore. And honestly, in a world where most printers are forgettable, that makes this one stand out.